Hi there. So this is my panic light atmospheric kind of lighting build, and for it, I'm just built this cube that basically a player spawns in. I also have it unlit uh, in editor mode so I can see inside and all that. And essentially, what I did here was I built these little lampshades. I connected them, made them into a single mesh, and then added the lights to them. Um, which took actually more, more work than I really anticipated. Um, but I eventually ended up getting them all in here and pasting them all in. And then what really took a bulk of my time was editing this blueprint, which I know kind of looks like a mess. I'm still trying to get used to this whole organization system. But basically what I have it doing here is I have it setting a variable that's just used to connect all the different movement of the lamps. And then I have a incrementing variable here that's used to change the angle that the rotation is being put at. And then I have each side of walls, I have a different array. And then I have it going into here for each new array, it sets a rotation, which is based on the variable that's incrementing. And then it's a sine wave, so, it goes back and forth. And then this is where my idea of panic kind of came in. It didn't turn out as well as I was hoping because of well, one, I can't really test it as well as I want to because my computer isn't strong enough, and I think it's just not optimized very well. But the idea was as I get closer to the lamps or the lights, basically the rotations would speed up, meaning like as something came closer to being true or becoming fruition, the anxiety, panic attacks kind of take over, which is something I've experienced, and I guess it's an okay way of describing it from an outside view. But here I'll show you what I mean by it does not work very well. And when I say that, so it's just my computer's trying to render all these lights all at once, and it just has an atrocious time doing so, especially when I'm recording OBS. Um, but the idea is as you move closer to it, they start spinning faster and faster. It just is so stuttery and slow that it's hard to even notice the difference, even though it is changing. Um, and I just like how smoothly, like regardless of the stutter of the game, how smoothly the lights change. And I feel like I learned a lot of different blueprints that will help me out for like later labs, like especially this amusement park one. I feel like a lot of the code I have is going to work really well. And then something I wish I could have done if I had just more time was, well, one, optimize it a little better. Maybe make only like one light per wall and just make it bigger or something like that instead of having so many lights. And then also be able to control the rotation a little more, like instead of them like phasing in and out of these walls. Um, Even though that kind of adds like a magic vibe to it, this is not really what I was going for. Um, and then one other thing I wish I could have done is actually change the lights to be able to blink and like basically what's the word blink and pulse as you get like closer, like they speed up how fast they're blinking and then things like that. But frankly, I did not allot enough time to figure out the blueprints I did already. But other than that, I'm pretty proud that I was able to problem solve a lot of the issues I was having, especially since a lot of the issues I was having this week were the same as last week. So I'm glad I finally overcame those and don't have those issues anymore. But yes, here it is.